Okay, so this one's tied on a 2X or 3X long, whatever you prefer. This is 2X long here. And I'll start my thread up front here. I'm using a heavier thread here too. I'm using a 140 denier. If you're using foam and you're using 8/0, you're going to cut into the foam,
Yeah.
so it's just easier to use a heavier thread. So the tail on this thing is crystal flash. So I'm going to take 2 strands, and I'm going to double those over, and I'm going
Smells like her too.
to cut those in half.
How come something so ugly like that can taste so good when you eat it?
Okay, so now I'm just going to tie these down, a couple of wraps, and I'm going to fold them over. So now I've got 8 strands. I'm going to tie those down right on top of the hook. Put a wrap underneath them. I'm going to get my thread up front again. And now I'm going to make an underbody of foam. You can do this 2 different ways. You can either put 2 layers of dubbing, or you can just put foam and it probably floats better anyway, and you don't have to put so much dubbing on it. So what I'm going to do is kind of open spiral that. And I'm going to get my super glue out. Put a little bit underneath here. Try not to glue my fingers to my hook. That's wouldn't be the first time. Right there, that's about good. Come almost to all the way back, and I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back in the same thread line I did before, so I don't crush all the foam. So that's going to fatten up my body, and it gives me a little bit more flotation there. And then I'm going to use ice dub. You can use whatever you want. Most of them I see are tied out of ice dub. And whatever color you prefer, like say you can use anything you want. This stuff is kind of like dubbing steel wool. So I kind of find, once you get it kind of stuck together, then it binds pretty good, but you gotta get it started. So if you can just get one turn on there, then it'll kind of lock on. I'm going to dub it just about to the point of the hook. I'm going to take my foam. This foam's about, well, it's about the gape of the hook, pretty much. And what I like to do is just cut a little V in it. And my measurement for the back of this thing, now you can use, they make cutters for this too that are kind of like hopper cutters, but it's just as easy to do this. So my little notch is going to go right about the back of the bend of the hook. And I'm going to take a couple wraps, get that down tight, cut this off to where it's manageable. And my tail's going to be just past the phone a little ways. Okay, so got a couple options for legs. These are silicone legs, and I use those sometimes. The only trouble with they move really good, but they're not as durable as regular round rubber. So on this one, I'm just going to use some round rubber. And those things are like, they tie bassflies on them. You can get them in every imaginable color. So I've got a couple strands here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them in half. I'm going to give me 2 legs. I'm going to get them right about in the middle. I'm going to take a couple wraps, and I'm going to take this leg and just bring it over here. Now I've got 2 legs. Yeah, that guy's flying around, huh?
Yeah, he's using my head for a landing grid.
Well, you're a flat top.
Flat top, there you go.
Not so flat right now.
That's true. That's true.
So for the wing of this, I'm going to use this Flylon like I did for the other wing, but this is just white.
Zero, that's all.
I'm going to use a whole strand for this. It's going to take a couple strands, so I'm going to cut off 1.5 inches or so.
So all this is being tied in right in
Right,
front of that
right.
little dubbing ball.
Yeah, right on, yeah, and everything's right in the same spot.
Right in front of right in front of that little dubbing ball you
Yep.
put at the bend.
Yep.
Okay.
So now, you can see how that's going to kind of spread. So what I'm going to do now is take some dubbing, and dubbing's going to kind of lay that back.
I took a shower this afternoon too.
Don't let it bug you, dude.
So I'm going to pull that back, get that started. And get a few wraps, and that'll hold that wing back.
A small dubbing ball in front of the wing on top of the foam.
Yeah, so now
Helps
I'm going
push
to,
the wing backwards.
yeah, otherwise the wing will kind of split. So now I'm going to dub this almost clear of the front. So like pretty soon I'm going to have 10 things in my way here. That takes quite a bit of dubbing. Actually, when you make 2 layers of dubbing, it really takes a lot of dubbing.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
I got a nice sandwich baggie full of Siamese cat hair that I'm saving up.
No, jeez.
Yeah, I just know how to put it in a sock and wash it, I guess. I don't know how to wash it.
On the cat.
Yeah, that's the easiest way.
Wash the cat.
It's on the
and
cat.
Wash the cat first,
Yeah,
yeah.
wash the cat first. That's
Yeah,
way easier.
that's
You ever
absolutely.
wash a cat?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to attempt it. Okay, so now I'm going to tie this down again up front here. Same procedure. This time the
So
wind.
now you're right behind the eye. You dub
Yeah,
underneath
yeah,
the
you
foam
don't-
to right behind the
Yeah,
eye.
you don't want to get too close to the eye because then there's
What
nowhere.
about 2 eye lengths back?
Yeah, there's nowhere to go if you run out of room.
About a 26 size mosquito just flew there.
that technique of tying the legs in on the side
Yeah, that works.
and then
pretty-
pulling two of them over to the top.
Yeah,
That,
just pull it over.
instead of trying to do two on, you know, one on this side, one on that side, boy, that's a pain. That's a nice technique.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought, why didn't I think of that?
Well, I've not done it, I
I'm not
thought-
that clever, you know, but yeah, it works really good. Need a little more wind here. So this wing on the front is a little bit longer than on the back. I'll just basically do the same thing. I'm gonna put enough dubbing on there to fold that wing back.
Is that pretty good steelhead fly, or is?
Yeah, you know,
Or is
Just-
it
it
more
might,
of a
it might be
trout?
for a dry fly.
If the steelhead were coming up to the surface,
Yeah,
it
I'm
would work
sure.
as well as anything else. I mean,
Yeah, I would think so too.
Yeah,
steelhead don't always come to the surface. Conditions have to be right, but that would work as well as anything else.
yeah.
I mean, why not?
So you can see there's a lot of things to contend with here. Time here.
Wiggly pieces.
That's what gets a fish, man.
I don't
It's
know.
all that life, you know. Things are moving, and you know, it's like when you're fishing hoppers. The old pheasant tail legs look cool, but they don't work nearly as well as rubber legs.
Yeah, rubber legs were
Just-
twice as good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all life, you know.
Well, I just finally figured out the other day how to tie pheasant tail legs.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they look great. Okay, so at this point, I'm just gonna cut the head off. Just kind of round, take the corners off. There's my little comb. Give this guy a brush on.
Pretty buggy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
No,
they float like a cork too.
Yeah.
Float well and have lots of action.
Lots of
Those
action.
rubber legs
Yeah,
just sit there.
Rubber
Yeah.
legs work good on
Any
that.
kind of current and they just kind of
Yeah, they have a
move
lot of,
all over the place, yeah.
I'm
life
gonna
to
give this thing a
every fly.
haircut now. I'm just gonna.
That's the fly tire and George doing it right.
I won't be at the vets tomorrow.
I know. When you told me you were gonna be with the kids,
Yeah, that's it.
I said, I know where you're at. I said,
Okay.
okay. We forgive you.
And then these legs,
We forgive you.
Thank you.
these legs, you make them however long you like. I leave them fairly long, but you know they don't have to be that long. But
Well, I would think long actually
yeah, it's
creates more
it
movement.
definitely does. Yeah.
And it doesn't interfere with hooking.
No,
No, they get out of the way, don't they?
Yeah.
no. When they take this thing, they take the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
You get a fish big enough to take that thing, he's gonna suck it down pretty good.
But
you
you
can-
get it out of his throat, not out of his lip.
Yeah, yeah. You can shorten them up a little bit. Tough. So that's it.